just keep stirring. And you just keep adding drops. Stir, baby, stir. Okay? Now, the mistake that most beginning students make is they add the oil too fast. And once that happens, there's nothing we can do. It's ruined. Okay? Keep stirring. Now, it will get to the point that we can add the oil a little faster, but we need this to start thickening and getting a little lighter in color before we start adding more oil. Okay. Now we're going to mix about half of this in there. Go ahead, stir, stir, stir. Okay. Stir, stir, stir. You have to kind of stir with an attitude here. Just keep stirring, stirring, stirring. I promise this will start to go faster. Now what you're going to do is we're going to slowly add this until we get half of the oil gone. So actually I'm just going to start with this little bit here. All of yours will fit in a squirt bottle. You're just going to keep stirring. And I'm going to pour this in very slowly, just a tiny stream. Most people didn't know that this is how mayonnaise is made. It's almost like vinegar and oil dressing with an egg yolk. We've almost got all the extra oil from the measuring cup, and again, if you see, it's a very tiny stream. This is the very tedious part of mayonnaise. I'm going to relieve Lewis for just a second to get him a break because his hand might be getting tired. Okay, the quicker you stir, the quicker it works. So if we zoom in here, you can see that it's getting lighter in color and it's getting thicker. Eventually it will turn white, just like real mayonnaise. Alright, so Lewis is going to do this now. I'm going to keep stirring for a while to give him a break, and you can do this. He's just going to slowly squirt the oil in. Yep, you can lift it higher so they can see the stream. There you go. And just let it drip in. Now, when you have about a half a cup in the measuring cup, we're going to add the rest of the lemon juice and vinegar. Keep a steady stream, but a small one. There you go. See, my hand's already getting tired, and he stirred longer than I did. Again, it's not hard. It's more just tedious. You have to be patient. And most beginning cooks are not patient. They just want to get it done real fast. But guaranteed, if you try to do this fast, you will not have mayonnaise. What you have will be ugly. Okay, ready to switch? He's going to start stirring and give me a break. Again, I'm just applying light pressure on the squirt bottle. Stir with an attitude, Lewis. Be the mayonnaise. I just have a nice steady stream going, but it is small. I'm going to let him catch up there because the oil was starting to puddle on the top. Not quite to a half cup, but it's looking good. It's nice and thick. Now you will make this today, and then you will label it and put it in the refrigerator, and it'll be even thicker tomorrow after it has sat in the fridge all night. But it will turn white. It's kind of cool. You need to switch hands? No? Okay. We're going to let them go just a little bit more, and then we will add the remainder of the vinegar and lemon juice. And for that, I will ask the cameraman to kind of zoom in when we go to add that ingredient. Stir, baby, stir. Okay, we've got about half the oil in there. So now we're going to add the remainder of the vinegar and lemon juice. Stir. And now as we add the oil, it should start to lighten up in color. Let me know when you want to switch, okay, Louis?
Okay.
And it looks like it's starting to lighten up, get closer to the color of mayonnaise. Okay, let's switch, and you squirt. Okay, you can do this in a metal bowl. I have chosen to do it in this glass measuring cup. One, it's easier to see where you're at, and two, you can see it then through, it's easier for you to see on the video. Now I know it's pretty boring sitting there just watching me stir, but I want you to get an idea of how long this takes. I don't want to cut this footage out of the video, because then you'll think you can get your mayonnaise done in 3 minutes, and you can't. Okay, let's switch. Got it? From a nutritional standpoint, mayonnaise is very high in fat. Obviously, we've got a cup of oil in there, an egg white, and then just a little bit of vinegar and lemon juice. So it's not 100% fat, but it's in the 90 percentile for fat. Almost the exact same calories as butter. Okay, it's just about pure fat. Okay. It has some protein from the egg yolk, but again, that's somewhat minimal. We have all the oil in, so I'll stir a little bit. Okay. You can stir this till it continues to thicken up. You can see it's much lighter in color than it was when we started. And some of them will turn even whiter. It just kind of depends on the proportion of ingredients. Now what you will do is you will put this into a Ziploc bag, label it, and this is more than enough mayonnaise that you will need for your sandwiches tomorrow. You will probably only use a very small amount of this, but if we made a smaller amount, you wouldn't be able to stir because it wouldn't get very full in the cup. All right? Thank you, and enjoy your sandwiches.